Hello guys, it's me Publicoff here and welcome back to another Road to Dream Bank. This video I started off making a chart so we can look at how the progress on my Road to Dream Bank is going, as I felt like it was some kind of unanswered question to where I was standing in this series. So the last 4 items that I actually need in this series is Tier 92 Wand and Orb set, Reprisal Codex, Ascension Crossbow and 1 billion cash pile, as I want to keep my cash pile above 1 billion for some investment purposes. The 2 main goals right now is of course the Tier 92 Wand set and Reprisal Codex. I'm also considering the melee Tier 92 dual wield, but I'm not really sure what the prices are now, and as well as not really sure if they are useful anywhere. But let's get down to the series. Since the last episode I have been struggling a little bit with sickness, so I haven't really been doing much PVM. It was a pretty nice timing as well, considering a lot of people in our clan and friends were going on vacation. So we haven't really been doing much PVM in general, but whenever possible we of course go on AOD and raids at least, which is really nice, and I'm still enjoying quite a lot of AOD as it's definitely my favorite boss in the game, and it's such a nice boss. I really wish we get more bosses like it, and hopefully raids too, now that we can start polling more content in. But with AOD we are improving our times quite a decent amount. Usually before, and when around the time I made the guide, we were getting like 7 minutes, everything from 6 to 8 I think, and now we are usually getting sub 6 all the time. Unfortunately not in this this particular kill here, but we were just messing around in this trip, I believe. Don't think it was a really nice trip in general, considering we were a bit rusty after vacation, but that happens to everyone. But lately we have been focusing more on the times and not really much on the strategy, as we have gotten it down pretty well after 600-700 kills or so, which is nice. So now it's more about getting those speeds up, and for example, one strategy is not placing the bombs all the way across the room. It's more about placing them so you get faster into the battle again. But I'm not really sure if I mentioned it, but we have been extremely dry on AOD lately. I think we are up to like 400 kills now, which is bugging the hell out of most people on the team. And we have somewhat of a perm team now. Usually we go with the same people, but it's yeah, it's going pretty well on AOD. Going to play out some of the few kills we got this trip. I'm not sure if it was the best trip, but I was accidentally recording a whole trip, so I figured I could use it for this episode, as I haven't really showed any kills of me doing at least melee for a very long time on this channel. So I think it's nice to just play it out. I'm gonna put on some music and so you can look at it for until I show you the next few clips. So since the last episode we got a new boss as well, which is the Magister, and I tested out like 30 kills or so until I decided it wasn't really much boss that I was interested in. Didn't like a lot of people on Reddit that were expecting like the best boss in the game. I didn't really have much expectation, as I already knew it was gonna be a Slayer boss, and it was pretty much how I imagined it, and I didn't really hold any high expectation of it from the start, so I didn't really get any disappointment. Rather, I got surprised by how many tactics it actually had. So I did a few kills. I was shit at it. I used quite a lot of food from the start, but at least I got somewhat better. But it was just figuring out the healing mechanic pretty much, and the draining, until I found out that I had to use restore pots. It was pretty hard. But yeah, like I said, I didn't really hold any high expectation of it, as I already knew that it was somewhat of a easy. They basically said Legio, so I didn't, like I said, I didn't hold any high expectation, and I think it's okay for a Slayer boss, but I am really disappointed they used up the tier 92 dual wield melee ones on this type of boss, considering they could have, at least they could have used that for raids too, making it more or something people would get into the game, as that's something I really hope we can get soon. But yeah, I didn't really care too much of the boss. I tested out, like I said, a few kills. Like you see, I got those things make the weapons. I'm not even sure what it's called, but I got it, and I think the boss itself, it's good for someone who is getting the keys on Slay task and just popping in and doing the keys and then trying to get lucky. But I don't think it's a boss that is necessarily worth maybe grinding. But that's how RuneScape has become, so can't really do much about it. The last thing I did before ending this episode was selling my drop tab, as it felt very natural to sell it at this point, considering I had enough money to buy the tier 92, my last tier 92 weapon, which was the Seren God bow. I sold everything, and I'm currently trying to rebuild, but it's going pretty bad considering I don't get any drops lately. But I am slowly getting there, so it's not too much of a worry. I bought the Seren God bow at the all-time low actually. It went down to like 950 mil, and then I got it. So I was really lucky getting it right now. I decided to check up the price check a few days after, and it went up to 1.3 bill. So I think it was a really good call buying it now that I had the money and could buy it. And I don't really care about it dropping in the future, as I don't necessarily buy these stuff for investment purposes. I would rather do that with the party at. But it was pretty nice to sell everything at one point and getting the 1 bill cash pile again. But yeah, I am considering if I should do some normal nexing, or even do like a Raxor marathon or something to try to boost my money pile again. But yeah, I don't really have much other in this episode. I wanted to thank everyone for the support. I wanted to, hopefully you guys like the new format with the showing what kind of items that I need left, and I'm going to adjust according to the episode and how far I am percentage wise or something. I'm not really entirely sure how to do it. But I am going to leave with me just killing myself for my Acto, which is my 20th piece. So I have 20 out of 15 pieces, which is really cool. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.